Welcome back to episode 7 of the Physical Master Race, where we look at all the digital only and indie games that are getting upcoming physical releases. And this episode, holy shit, is actually packed with a lot of interesting and, in my opinion, high profile digital and indie games that are getting physical releases. First up though, I want to give a hearty shout out to Radical Reggie. He is awesome and definitely one of the biggest fans of the Physical Master Race. Always nagging me almost every week about when I'm gonna make a new video. So here you go, Radical Reggie, and I got you a new episode. Now, like always, if you need any more additional information about any of these games, you can of course check out YouTube or their respective website. First up is a puzzle game called EPO Tetris. Torment Tides of Numenera. I think I remember a Torment game long ago. Sudden Strike 4. Dreamfall Chapters. Now this looks cool. Sub-Level 0 Redux. Now this is actually a really interesting title. It is actually a sort of spiritual successor to Forsaken and Descent, and those are PS1 games. Now this one got announced last week, and finally, I've been asking for this game for such a long time, and I'm so happy it's getting a physical release. Velocity X2, the Critical Mass Edition, is getting a physical edition on both the PS4 and the PlayStation Vita. Now that is super cool. This game is fantastic. Talking about upcoming great games, Indivisible is getting a limited edition and a standard edition retail release. Don't Starve, the Mega Pack, is getting a physical release, and this is actually a really interesting title. It looks really good. From Rising Star Games we have 88 Heroes. This is The Police. That is a weird title. A really interesting title that has been gone from the consoles for a very long time. I think that these type of games are pretty popular back in PS1 and PS2 games. PS3, you don't have any of it. Industry Giants 2, the HD remake. Now the next one, I'm not entirely sure if this is a big budget title or just a smaller indie game, but since I haven't seen any news or announcement of this game, I guess it's a small game. Flat Out 4. Kairi Naga's Revenge. What a weird name. Little Nightmare from Namco Bandai. And the game that supposedly was exclusive to the PlayStation 4 because Sony worked also on it, but they abandoned the project and now they're still working on it, and it's getting a beautiful physical release, Rhyme. Look at that box art. Now that is beautiful. Stern Pinball Arcade Silver Case. It is a PlayStation 1/PC remaster. Troll and I. Now this gives me nostalgic feelings. I remember playing the first one on the PlayStation 1 and it was so much fun. Definitely if you have a multi-tap and multiplayer. But now there is a new one coming out. Micro Machines World Tour. That is cool. Now this is one of these big games that I talked about. This really looks like a well-made, polished, awesome looking game, and the box art just screams, I am going to be awesome. Battle Chasers Night War. Now look at that box art. Doesn't that scream quality and I am awesome? It really does. Now from my friends at Limited Run Games, they are going to pump out, and they are actually pumping out game after game every month. And as we know or not know, Limited Run Games already announced that for this entire year, they already have games for each month and more to come. Some of these games that I will mention are already released or are going to be released. First up is the one I actually picked up yesterday, Aqua Kitty. Cursed and Chaos coming out next week. Oxenfree that came out yesterday. The Swapper that is coming out with Curses and Chaos next week. And the last one, but definitely not the least, the game that came out a couple of weeks ago. I beat it last week. It was awesome. I was really not expecting such a great game and such an interesting storyline. Firewatch. So those were all the games for this episode of the Physical Master Race. Definitely leave it in the comments below. Which one are you going to pick up? I'll definitely be checking out Micro Machines if it's a good game. Battle Chasers, Velocity, Invisible, Don't Starve. Holy shit, so many great games on this episode, and I can't wait. What more games are we going to see for a physical release this year? We are now more than 100 indie games and digital games that are getting physical releases in the 7 episodes of the Physical Master Race, and many, many more to come. Like, share, comment and subscribe, and like always, you will see me next time. We have Star Ocean, Integrity and Faithlessness. What a name.